Guys, stop apologizing for being proud of yourself. Sometimes people that talk to me, they'll be like, oh my God, they'll be like, I'm sorry, man. I feel like I'm just talking about myself. I'm like, hey man, listen, it's okay to believe in yourself around me, buddy. Okay? You're giving me hope. When good shit happens to people, I get hopeful. Cause that's the positive about being selfish.
Welcome to FredTalk, where if you're not learning, hopefully you're laughing.
Big kid energy. Welcome to the FredTalk podcast. I'm your host, Freddie Valoy. This is a podcast about life, baby. How you building your life and how you navigating your relationships. Today's guest is a fun episode. She's a hilarious gal, straight up boss, right? We talk about her transition from divorce and being a stay-at-home mom, getting divorced, and then transitioning to being a very successful real estate agent in Alabama. You know? What was the transition like? What was the sign that made you say, hey, I need to fucking change this shit? And the answer will surprise you. It might have been a Hot Wiggle character or whatever. Jessica also shares a little bit about her relationship experience, including the transition from divorce, finding a new significant other, and then what she's looking for herself. And then one of my favorite parts, the favorite highlights in this is Jessica brings up the fact that she is a self-aware, selfish person, which I think the future is for the self-aware, selfish person. I mean, you hear my intro to these episodes, so you guys already get it. This is a fun episode. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, rate, and review to the FredTalk podcast. Share my stuff with your friends. Sign up to the Patreon. $5 a month, you get extra content. I do more family and relationship podcasts with my mother. Extra FredTalk content. We'll be doing videos and all sorts of stuff like that. And you'll be getting, emergency drops on some solo episodes. Something happens, things like that. I'll be dropping solo episodes on there as well. This podcast is brought to you by the guys over at ownthechaos.com. Sign up for the stock watch list where they send you a daily email for the 5 stocks to watch that day. You can sign up there at ownthechaos.com. And you can catch me on their show on YouTube every Thursday at 3:30, where I go in and I help them shake it up and I make finance fun. So subscribe, rate, and review. Guys, without any further ado, without any more stuttering or stammering or anything like that, guys, give it up for the awesome Jessica Daviston. Yay. Yeah, Jessica, I was having a conversation with a real estate agent out here in Raleigh, and she recently had a falling out with someone that was just a mean person, and she tried to hurt her feelings by saying that being a real estate agent isn't a big girl job, which I disagree with, because I feel like that's like it teaches you how to be an entrepreneur or whatever. But you had brought up a point that she might have a different experience or something, or
she may. Yeah, it depends on who she knows. There are some agents out there that just sort of dabble in real estate.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's say, I don't know, your friend, she's single, one income household like myself. It's a tough hustle. It's not for the faint of heart. If you're going to be good at it, it takes a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Just solely off going off of, hey, I don't have a salary. That's your
job. Yeah. Nobody's paying you unless you close a deal.
Yeah. It's actually super primal. And like, you literally have to like go out and do shit and hunt to go bring it home. Like, you can't be
you have to hunt. I think that's what I like about it, because there are times where the work dries up and I'll go into panic mode a little bit, like, oh shit, I have to work really, really hard, or I'm going to be going from door to door. Can I sell your house? But that's what it takes. And so, yeah, it definitely takes that hunter, competitive type of personality.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not for a little.
The lady was clearly full of shit and just trying to be mean.
Full of shit. She was just trying to be mean.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been doing it?
6.5 years.
Nice. And what were you doing before that?
Stay-at-home mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't work.
It's a different type of job, though. When I was a young man, I was definitely like, who the fuck, stay at home, Bob. Now I'm like, I want to stay home with the kids. I want to do that job.
There's some pros and cons for sure, but yeah, I definitely had it easy. No, I'm not gonna say that. Being a stay-at-home mom is not easy. I was going a little bit crazy. I needed to do something to use my mind. Kids are, I mean, they're fun, but they're, there's not a lot of instant gratification there.
Yeah. No,
It's-
that I like that take, because I've heard people say that they can sometimes lose themselves or something, or like, because right, they say that you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with, and if you're hanging out with like 3 kids all day, you got to factor that in, right? Like,
oh yeah. I remember. So my twins are 16 now.
nice.
So back when they were little, the Wiggles were a big deal,
Yes.
and they were obsessed with the Wiggles. And I remember sitting on the couch one day thinking, that blue Wiggle is kind of hot. And then I was like, I got to get out of this fucking house. Like, this is not my life. Whose life am I living?
Yeah.
So,
that is a hilarious wake up call, and you are a funny person.
Wake up call for sure.
Yeah, that Wiggle is hot.
Started Googling him, like, is he married? I'm like, what is happening here? I need new friends.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. What was the biggest surprise jumping into real estate that you didn't know going in?
That your leads don't just fall in your lap. Like, you have to really promote yourself. Even your close friends, you have to remind them all the time what you do for a living, because they'll say, oh God, I forgot. I called, my mom's friend that sells real estate. She's been doing it for 30 years. I'm like, hey, remember, I'm doing it too. So and just like keeping up with past clients, and I'm not real tech savvy. So when it comes to, the client contact stuff, I usually kind of pass that on to somebody else. But just the constant contact with people, and you just have to be face to face.
Yeah. Constantly.
There's a little cheese factor, kind of.
Yeah, you got to play you got to play the part a little bit. Yeah.
With sales, but it's okay. But yeah, it's and I'm a competitive person, and so like, say last year I had my best year, and this year is not as busy as it was last year. And so that really gets me down, and I have to keep myself from getting in a funk because, I'm not, in the top 2% of all the agents in Birmingham, Alabama right now, like I was a year ago, but that's okay. And telling myself just to,
what do you do to manage that?
Manage? What do you mean? Like
that feeling of like that you're regressing. Cause I think that's a place where people get, and like you said, like people can spiral and make things worse. But like, I think the sign of a successful person is being able to get through those moments.
Right. Zoloft, actually.
Shout out to Big Pharma.
Yeah. Shout out. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's new for me in 2021.
Zoloft?
Yeah. New prescription.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Just got on it like a month ago.
And how's it been?
I guess it's okay. I don't know. I feel okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
I guess. Is it?
I don't know. Do you feel better?
I don't know.
Interesting. Does it take time to settle in? Maybe you need to like build the Zoloft up into you or something. Yeah,
they say it takes like a month, but I just feel normal. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's good for anxiety. I was getting a little anxious there, just overthinking things.
Yeah.
And doctor was like, well, just try this temporarily. So I was like, okay.
Nice.
I'm really into medicine. I don't really take anything for anything. So this is all new for me. I usually just drink.
Like just drink alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's it's like water or alcohol, depending on the time of the day.
Yeah.
What was the biggest transition from being a stay-at-home mom to now, building your business as a real estate agent?
Time away from the kids, for sure. There's some sacrifice there. Really, I didn't realize how competitive of a person I was before.
Interesting.
And now doing this and being in business for myself, I'm an extremely competitive person. And I guess it's always been there. That little box had never been opened. So yeah, just a completely different side of my personality I didn't see before.
What was one of the first moments you realized that? Was it the Wiggles again?
Right. Trying to see if I'm prettier than the Blue Wiggles wife. No. Yeah. When did I figure that out? I think just constantly looking up, what did I sell last month? What did other new agents sell? What did, just constantly chasing. You just kind of have to be on your game all the time. And before, I don't know, I just didn't, it's not that I wasn't on my game. I always try to do whatever I'm doing 110%, but it's just different. And then I provide for my household and my girls 100%. And so
wow,
with that comes a new stress.
Yeah.
It can be exciting. I think that stress really pushes me to work really hard. So
yeah.
I don't,
Damn.
so yeah. So I was never pushed. And before, so when I was a stay-at-home mom, my husband paid all the bills. And when I say paid all the bills, I mean, he made the money and actually did all the computer. Like, I did not know what our finances were.
Oh shit. Okay.
No idea. I didn't have credit cards in my name. I had no credit. I was just a dependent living in the house, taking care of the kids, basically. So when I went out on my own, I started from nothing.
Base level, yeah.
I couldn't even rent a house on my own because I didn't have rental history. So I remember when I bought my car in my name and it wasn't in his name, and then just worked really hard. And I've, always made six figures since I've been on my own, and I'm proud of myself, I guess.
You should be. That's super impressive. The six figures is very impressive early on, because very hard to build a business like that and get going that quick. But also like that you had to figure out the adult stuff like later in life. That's a weird insecurity of.
I had to figure out everything.
Yeah.
Amongst taking care of three girls too. So.
Wow. Good for you.
There were definitely times I was like, what have I done? Did I make the right decision? This is hard.
Yeah, well, I pay attention to parents talk about how they parent and stuff, and I feel like they always tell me you're never ready, and then there's moments like the one you just had too, where you're like, what the fuck? Like,
right?
Yeah.
Those what the fuck moments happen daily.
and daily. what was the?
You want me to give you the latest example?
Yes, I would love that.
Okay, so my ex-husband and I have a really good relationship, and we are on a family text thread with the kids just because. So the twins are 16, and then the youngest daughter, she's 11.
Cool.
So this morning, 9:00, Bella, one of the 16-year-olds, texts, "Hey, send me $50. I need to buy Conan Gray tickets for Boston, in Boston. And the tickets are $50. I need it right now." And we were like, wait, whoa. What are we talking about? Boston? Let me remind you, we live in Birmingham.
Yeah.
What do you mean Boston? Are you taking a trip to Boston? She was like, well, I will if I have these tickets. Come on, this expires in 2 minutes. Just send me $50. And we're like, you're not going to Boston. We haven't even talked about this. We'll talk about this later. She was like, what? When tickets are $300 a piece? We're like, Bella, you were 16. And now you just have a driver's license. You think you can just, I'm going to go see my favorite musician in whatever city all of a sudden?
Yeah. And then she used sales.
What the fuck?
She used like sales techniques on you, like imminent doom, like, hey, time's running out. We need to act now. Like
act now.
Yeah.
While tickets are still cheap. And we're like, we're not sending you to Boston. And we're also not taking a trip. I was like, who is this Conan O'Brien fella anyway? Like, I need to know what you're. So that was this morning. So it's just always something.
So what was it navigating, like, new business, and now, you like divorce and trying to figure out your love life and all that. Were you managing those things at the same time? I guess you're always managing that.
I'm always managing
Yeah.
that. Yeah, always. It's tough. Yeah. Yeah, because there for a while, I just sort of didn't date. I just wanted to focus on work and building my brand. I mean, I would go out casually with people here and there, but not, I couldn't commit myself to a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a little bit selfish of a person as well. Like, I can't make someone else happy. It's too much. I can't think about it. Like, I have to think about my girls, think about how I'm going to make money. And then, if the rest just is easy, then I'll do it. But
yeah. Well, yeah, you want you just want somebody that's like you. So when you guys get together, you're, like, they already have the base level of happiness, but I've been with people that are a drag.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I can't do. Yeah, I couldn't do a drag, but being in a relationship is work too. You have to think about, you have to be thoughtful. I've learned, and I'm not the most thoughtful person.
I feel you. I am also a selfish piece of shit myself. So we're looking in a mirror. Well, all right. So this is good because I think there's a lot of people like us out there. How did you work? What are you doing to be more thoughtful?
That's a good question. Yeah, sometimes I start because I have a boyfriend now, and it works out. He lives like 3.5 hours away, and so I still have time to do, everything that I have to do and work and all that. But I have to make time for him as well. So I don't know, really. I'm not good at it. I think I say a lot of times like, hey, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm like. If you still want to hang out with me, then let's hang out. But
yeah,
I need somebody to tell me what to do to appear to be more thoughtful.
I love the honesty. What do you mean by tell you what to do?
I don't know. I mean, it's a whole love languages thing, isn't it? Like, I'm a firm believer in that. And mine is pretty easy. It's words. And so I think to me, I'll tell him nice things. That's right. That's good enough, right? Isn't that not good enough?
Wait, what's his love language?
I think it's quality time. I made him take the test. He didn't want to take the test. I was like, take the test. It's quality time. And I was like, this is going to be a problem, right? We live 4 hours away. Yeah. And I'm not going to drive down.
Yeah.
As often as you're going to have to drive here. But
well, the good thing with that is that it's quality time and not amount of time. So the time that you guys do spend together that probably is quality, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So when he's here, but then, that also puts a little bit of strain on work. So it's a balance. It's tough. But yeah, I'm not a very thoughtful person. But luckily, I told him that from the beginning, and I remind him of that quite often. So I think he still likes me.
Yeah. How long have you guys been together?
Almost 9 months.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
It's a long time.
Also, good job on establishing that boundary early on. Like
100% honesty. Just, this is what it's going to be like. So I hope that's okay with you.
What was the single life for you going back in there? Because I'm hearing hell stories. I broke up with my girlfriend for a year. We had a break it was about a year long. I enjoyed the dating scene. I have fun dating. But maybe things have changed in the last 4 or 5 years that I don't know about. Like, what's that like?
Okay, so dating, oh God, it was just disappointing. I think, so you live in a larger city, wouldn't you say?
I think so. I don't know. Raleigh? I don't know. It has like 1 million people, 2 million people.
So comparable to Birmingham then, Raleigh.
Okay.
Yeah. it just, yeah, I felt like I was fishing in a very small pond. And I would say, I mean, I am an only child. I don't know if that matters, but like, I don't mind being alone. And when I don't have my girls, I either have, friends to hang out with, or I can stay home by myself. I don't mind being single. So I was not really out there to find a relationship, but I would date just, for fun. And I would say it was kind of tough because I sort of came to the conclusion I was not going to find a guy in Birmingham that I was going to connect with.
Why do you think that?
I don't know if it was more of a Southern mentality. So up front, they say things like, I like that you are independent and, you have this business and work drive and all that. And they say these things, but, a week or two in, they get really pouty that you're not spending all of your time and focus on them. So I think that they liked that I made my own money and was secure, but they didn't like the personality that came with it, meaning, hey, buddy, I don't really need you.
Yeah.
And so that was really hard because I had to say, well, we can't really hang out anymore. This is not going to go anywhere if you're already like thinking this way.
Yeah.
So that was an obstacle. I don't think the kids have ever really been much of an obstacle though, as far as dating. I mean, I wouldn't really date younger guys because of that, because I have 3 kids already. And I'm like, you're going to want to date someone your own age and start a family. Like, that's not going to be me. Like, we can hang out casually, but
Yeah. Yeah.
It was tough. And then it was tough to find, I like being around people that are smarter than I am. And so I also had a hard time, not that I'm smart by any means. I'm not saying that, but
it's okay. You have a standard. You can do that.
There are a lot of dumb people out there. And I thought, okay, I'm only going to date older guys, like 10, 15 years older than me. They've got to be smarter, right? Not necessarily true.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think if you're dumb, you're dumb. Like,
yeah.
We're all throughout the rest of your fucking life.
Dumb is a constant in humanity. It's a force of
maybe
nature.
You have more experiences, maybe, but yeah, it wasn't. So yeah, it was a little disappointing, but
yeah,
luckily I wasn't really out to find, I wasn't husband hunting.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot. Yeah, it seems like a lot less pressure when you're going out and you can have fun, like for the sake of doing it.
Just for fun. But and then I thought, okay, well, I bet girls out there all want to get serious, and I'm not like that. So this is going to be great for me. Guys are going to love this. And they all say, oh, I don't want anything serious. Let's just have casual fun. But 2 dates in, I think we should be exclusive.
Oh, they were trying to close it. That's good for you.
What happened? Is this a Southern thing? And so that's where it got stuck in my head that these guys are bananas. What happened to just having fun?
They wanted to lock it down. You're a catch. They were like,
Maybe
2 dates in.
Know.
That's
it did. Yeah, it didn't take long. And so I'm like, all right, next. So what's something that you dislike the most about being single, I guess? What did I dislike the most about being single? I never get invited to football parties.
Oh, that is like a couple thing, huh?
As a single female, I think single guys still get invited to watch football with their friends. Not the single girl. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That would be like.
That's the only thing I've really actually. Otherwise, I just do everything with my friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I swear I don't mind being single. But yeah, what was hard? I don't know, lifting heavy boxes.
I love that.
Lack of upper body strength.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's about it.
Yeah.
I can find everything else.
That's great. So a qualification for you would be like, you'd have to have a good amount of upper body strength.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm short, I'm 4'11". So like, I can't reach everything. Be nice to have somebody like, hey, can you like Christmas lights?
Boom.
Can you help me?
Bam. Here we go.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. I'm tired of paying people to do this.
What do you think about the most? That's one of the more constant questions on my podcast. It came from a quote I saw that said, "You get what you think about the most." So I was like, that'd be a good question to ask. Like, what do you think about the most?
Are we talking about relationships or just in general?
I usually ask in general, but we've been talking relationships, and I'm really interested more in your perspective on that.
Relationship wise, what do I think about the most? Am I coming across selfish or not?
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
No, I think about, because I think I'm pretty selfish. I know I am. And so I think of like being in a relationship, I think about, okay, what do I need to do to show this person that I'm invested and that I care? Because that does not come naturally to me. So I guess that's on my mind a good bit.
I love it. You're not as selfish as you say you are, which is good. That's like,
I'm working on it.
Yeah, good for you. That's fucking great. Most people can't admit, because being selfish, I guess, is bad, but it's also good because and you're good. You seem good at this, like setting boundaries, but like most people can't admit that thing about them.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Like, I think a lot of people are not self-aware. And so I think if you really know yourself and you can admit to yourself what you actually are, I'm just a selfish bitch over here that is probably fun to hang out with. And I want to, care about somebody.
Yeah.
I also want to make them happy. That's important to me. So, and I bet if I didn't have kids, I would be even worse.
I really don't think you're as selfish as you're saying, just because you've said it enough times. And then also, like, if that's what you're thinking about, you're, I
am. I promise. Like we're in a conversation. Let's say I'm on a date and I'm thinking, how can I talk about me? Like, I'm sitting there thinking, all the words are going in one ear, out the other. And I'm just sitting here thinking, what can I say about me now? Like, when are we going to talk about me? And that's what's going through my mind. I'm like, Jessica, you are such a fucking brat. Okay. Oh yeah. You did that once when you were in 7th grade. That's really cool. Tell me more about your parents or,
Yeah.
I love to hear about how old is your brother again? That's awesome. I don't know.
People tell you that on date. People tell you that as a thing on a date.
Just talk about their families and stuff.
The ages of their family members.
It might come up.
Yeah.
And if it does, you have to pretend you're interested.
Yeah, you should, if you're, I don't know, well, you have a boyfriend now. It'd be funny to someone says that, be like, why are you telling me your cousin's age? Just to see how they react. But I'm just fucking with you, man. Just
I've done that. Oh yeah. Well, my boyfriend now, he says, every time I talk about the Grateful Dead, you glaze over. I'm like, buddy. Yeah, I do, because I don't care and I don't like it and I have nothing to add. Like, I'm letting you talk about it. Isn't that not selfish?
That's
I'm
good.
not going, shh. Stop it. Just stop. Like, I could do that, but I don't.
That's true. Sometimes you just got to get it out too.
Mm-hmm.
Is your partner an expressive person?
Yeah, he's not one to talk about like deep feelings.
Yeah.
But he's surface level. expressive.
Yeah, that's at least enough to want to talk about the Grateful Dead though, and just be like, I just went to the show, it's awesome, and just to get excited. That's endearing.
Oh, he's talking about like music theory and all the things
Oh.
I don't understand, and I'm like, just in La La Land, like thinking of, myself or whatever I'm thinking about.
Have you been to a Grateful Dead concert?
No, I have not. Have
Are
you?
they still doing their thing? No, I don't have. No. Are they still?
Know.
I just know if somebody's wearing a Grateful Dead shirt, might be able to find mushrooms from them. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Acid or something.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. I just know were they I think they were like in the 70s. Your guys gonna be listening to this and like, who the hell is this guy? They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I think
they were around in the 70s. Jerry Garcia.
Oh shit. That's okay. I didn't know that.
Okay, yeah.
Look at that. You learn something new every day.
The ice cream guy?
They named an ice cream off of him because they do wordplay for Ben and Jerry's, and I think it's Cherry Garcia.
That's right. Yeah. I know that he's not alive, but other than that, I don't know a lot.
Yeah. No, this is good. I think we both just learned a lot in the last 2 minutes, and I hope the listeners do as well.
Yeah.
Cherry Garcia.
Yeah, that's what we learned.
All right, Jessica. So if someone's listening to this and they're like, I want to be a bad bitch like Jessica, like how do I have a cute Renaissance painting behind me with some real cool interior decor and be able to set boundaries and be self-aware that I'm selfish, but I'm working on it kind of. How can like, I don't know, like what kind of advice can you give or like to head in that direction? Because your archetype is a sought after one, both to be one and to be with one. So
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think just know who you are and know who you want to be. And there's nothing wrong with setting goals for who you want to be. We do it with our work. We do it with hobbies. And just say, okay, what are the steps it's going to take to achieve that? And then just don't veer off that path, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I like to have fun. I like to be myself, and people call me for work in real estate because they think I'm fun and they want to work with me too. So, always be yourself, but just set goals, set boundaries too with, who you allow into your life, even with friends, like even female friends, people you date, if they're going to pull you down or they just leak negativity into your life,
yeah.
just cut them out. It's not helpful. And I tell my teenage girls that I'm like, we're not going to gossip about people. We're not going to, it's just wasted breath, wasted space in your brain.
Yeah.
Or we're going to fill that with something productive. So just try and choose things that are going to better your life and your productivity and, move you towards whatever your goal is, I guess. So,
yeah. What's one piece of like, content, I try to make it very broad. What's one piece of content that's inspired you to be a better person or to not even be a better person, just like do things differently? It could be a book. It could be a Instagram post. It can be.
I should have something smart to say here, but see, I don't read.
I think books are overrated, so I'm with you.
Can read. I just don't.
You have to clarify that being from Birmingham, Alabama. People have,
Look, I mean, I don't even have shoes on. So I am barefoot, but I can read. What has inspired me? That's tough. I think I just want to be, I want to be a good role model for my girls. And I have super smart girls, so that's going to be hard for me to do. And they like to throw around the term boss babe or girl boss. And I'm going to be that for them.
Oh.
So I think just having someone looking up to me, just know that people are watching you. I think that inspires me, but yeah, there's no book or,
Yeah.
wrong or
No, that's
anything
great.
that I can
That's
really, it's just, yeah, like being who I want them to look up to. That's
yeah.
what I'll try
No,
and be.
that's awesome. Well, and what's next for you? And you're like, as you're looking forward, where you think
Mhm.
you're headed?
That's a good one. That's a good question too. I'm going to try and keep working hard. My girls are getting older, so we're going to be looking at colleges and travel. I like to take them places. Christmas, I like to give a gift and go explore a new city.
Nice.
Just life experiences. So yeah, what's next? Do I have a 5-year plan? Not
Trip,
really.
trip to Boston to watch Conan Gray or whatever that was.
Conan Gray. Yeah. That was sprung on me like first thing this morning. I was still in bed. It was like 7:30 and my phone was going off. I'm like, what? Bella's going to Boston by herself? No, she's not.
Like one eye open. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah. I'm like, this is my brain's not even on for this right now. I don't know. Yeah. Will I remarry? Maybe.
mhm.
I don't know. I really just try and focus on what's best for me and
Yeah.
my family and work and doing things that are sustainable and I don't
Yeah.
know. What are your 5-year goals?
5-year goals. That's a long time. Future,
How
like
old
just,
am I gonna be?
yeah, I don't know.
I have a
Just to be
birthday
a
coming up
better,
in a week.
the what?
I have a birthday coming up in a few days.
Oh, nice. Well, happy
Yeah,
early birthday.
thank you.
Yeah. What are you going to
Yeah.
do for that?
Boyfriend is taking me somewhere and I don't know where. And he won't tell me what to pack. I don't know if it's going to be cold climate, hot climate. I don't know.
Interesting. How does that make you feel? Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, I'm a planner.
Okay. Yeah.
I like to plan and I like to buy new things for everything I go and do. And so I'm not going to have time between now and whenever we leave. So it's just, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be
But I
interesting
don't
for
know.
sure.
I don't know I don't know what I'm doing. This will be my last year in my 30s. And I think I'm just going to stay 39 for forever.
It'll be interesting. You are either he's gonna knock it out of the park and have everything planned out, or you're gonna be really cold or something. Like you're gonna be like, I didn't wear
I
the
told
right
him, I
thing.
said, just don't take me camping. Please.
Oh yeah.
Don't let this be a camping trip. And he was like, I've met you before. We're not going camping.
But how does glamping sound though, right? Doesn't that seem
It would be all right.
right?
Yeah.
You have the
Yeah.
whole setup. Just bring the house to the woods, and I just want to step out into the woods. Like,
Like an all glass A-frame where you can see the stars and
yes,
that'd be all right.
yeah, that'd be fine. I just
Yeah.
some kind of central air, something. I'm more of
Yeah.
a cabin in the woods person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, define cabin. I don't know. Okay.
Somewhere, because I do like the stargazing is good, but the camping's cool. But that'd be hard to spring up on someone as a surprise for someone that doesn't do it. That's like,
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, I don't do it. But yeah, but I don't think it's that. So we'll see.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday.
I hope it is that. So when we listen back to this episode, it's like, what the fuck?
I get to tell stories about taking a shit in the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen to how romantic this was.
Yeah, it's like you haven't lived until you
And
squatted down.
then we broke up and yeah.
What is a absolute like no for you? What's a like what is it? Okay, I'm losing the
Deal
word.
breaker.
Deal breaker. There we go.
Deal breaker in a relationship. I could not be with a selfish person. I'm a selfish person.
Yeah.
My time is stretched pretty thin in a lot of ways. I could not be with someone that demanded, well, why didn't you text me back in
Oh yeah.
30 minutes? Or,
Yeah.
why haven't you called me in 2 hours? That would be a deal breaker. Somebody that needed clinginess,
Yeah.
constant attention.
Yeah.
That's that would be, that's the worst for me.
Yeah, clinginess on a dude doesn't look, because there are things that look better on different genders. That, you know, clinginess on a guy's not.
I think it's more of a female trait.
Yeah.
Although I'm not very clingy, and I have been, and when I was single, I've been criticized over that. Guys would say, well, you text like a dude, or you kind of act like a guy in a way that I just didn't really need them, or I didn't really reach out. Also, I didn't really like them that much too. So maybe it would have been different if I was really like
into them. Yeah.
But I still don't see myself being, pay attention to me like I couldn't do that. But you're right. On a man, they're expected to be more self-sufficient, and it's a weak look on a dude.
Yeah. Same thing with, like, I think passive aggression. And when a dude's passive aggressive, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, we're more like aggressive. You're doing the other thing. And it's very weird. Like, did you mean what you just said? Are you trying to, like, hurt me psychologically on a deep level, long term? This is weird. Punch me in the face. You're a man. Like,
yeah, every now and then I'm like, can we just wrestle? Can we just wrestle it out?
Funny. Yeah, wrestle just to test his strength. Does he have the upper body strength to pick up this couch?
Yes, right. Pick up my furniture.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Anything else you want to talk about? I thought this was a great talk. You're so funny. You're fucking awesome. I'm so glad to have you on. You exceeded expectations. Yeah.
High five.
Bam. Anything else you want to put out there into the world?
Whatever you want. I mean, no, I don't. I didn't come with an agenda. Sorry.
I like that. Whatever you want. You know what I think too? We'll close on this. Is you made me realize, and we're just confirming our selfishness, is that I think this is the age of the self-aware, selfish person, which is just, it's just the person that knows how to set boundaries to the best level possible. So,
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just have to know what boundaries you're setting, and then just be open.
Yeah.
Right. Be open with people. This is who I am. And hey, we're still catches, right?
Yeah.
We
got strict rules. We need
right. But the self-awareness is very important.
Yeah.
So I think that means we're maybe a little less selfish than we give ourselves credit for.
I love it. Where can people find you? If anybody's listening to this in Birmingham and needs to buy a house, or in Alabama, you're all over Alabama. Is that
all over Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram, Jessica Daviston with a T. Do you want my phone number?
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys do that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know. I give out my phone number to everybody. It's 205-475-2008. Just look me up on Instagram, message me, Facebook. I have email, but those are the quickest ways. And I'm licensed all over the state of Alabama, and I love what I do. So.
Hell yeah, guys, if you're in Alabama, hit Jessica up, contact her if you need her. Also, share my content if you like it. Subscribe, rate, and review. This is the FredTalk podcast. Thank you. Bye.